Hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next.
Tank want a rematch. Let me know now. Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he open to do a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank?
100%. It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Okay. They said they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I'd love for it to be in DC.
Okay.
I'd love for it to be in DC.
Hold on to your seat. Boxing fan, the buzz is real. Devin Tank Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. are gearing up for a sensational rematch after their controversial draw on March 1st. Whispers around the boxing world suggest that both camps are eager to settle the score. Roach's promoter, Gary Jonas, hinted that the rematch is very close, saying, "In my mind, it's a done deal, though a few formalities remain," with Davis reportedly more focused and possibly showing retirement talks. This upcoming bout promises to be an electrifying showdown you won't want to miss.
Important question on everyone's mind: how close is the rematch? How big will it be? How close is it to getting done?
Very close. It's in my mind, it's a done deal, but there are formalities, but it's a done deal and it's not far off. I can't give you more than that right now, but what I can tell you is that it's going to be an interesting fight. I think you got dynamics. You've got Gervonta, who's probably going to be angry, probably woken up, probably more focused than he has been, not talking about retirement. That's a factor.
The initial encounter between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach Jr. on March 1st, 2025, left the boxing community buzzing with controversy and anticipation for a rematch. The fight, held at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, ended in a majority draw with scores of 115 to 113 for Davis and two of 114 to 114. A pivotal moment occurred in the 9th round when Davis took a knee, leading many to believe it should have been ruled a knockdown in favor of Roach. However, referee Steve Willis did not count it as such, a decision that sparked debates among fans and analysts alike.
Welcome into the ProBox TV studio. The story we've been dealing with all week, the fallout, of course, from Lamont Roach Jr. and Gervonta Davis. The fight ended up being a majority draw. The controversy around a 9th round knockout that was not called by the referee that would have completely changed the outcome of the fight and perhaps changed boxing history.
For me, Tank Davis fighting a minus 1600 as your main event odds is crazy to me, dude. That's crazy. That underdog lived up to the hype. He ended up, overperforming. Lamont Roach, credit to him, all this other stuff. And it took some politics to keep Davis as champion. You ever see guys getting the referee their own fight? Dude, anybody else takes that knee, you're getting counted, bro. The referee, actually, his instinct, if you watch that, the referee's instinct was to count. If you notice, Steve Willis started counting, and then he looked at the timekeeper outside the ring, wasn't counting, and he stopped counting. So you get to call your own timeout. Earlier in the fight, if you saw that shoulder barge that Tank did to Roach in the clinch, he didn't get a warning, but Roach's reaction got the warning. This is the politics we're dealing with. You keep doing this, you're looking at short-term money and long-term destruction of a sport.
He take a knee. You need to lose like 10-8. That round at least, no? And plus the corner go up and put it a towel in the face. That's a disqualification for sure. I'm talking about the rules, but it's not my business.
Critics argue that Davis deliberately took a knee during the 9th round of his fight against Roach to disrupt Roach's rhythm and regain control of the match by voluntarily going down. Davis may have been attempting to buy himself a few extra seconds to recover rather than risk being overwhelmed by Roach's aggressive attack. Many fans and analysts believe this tactical move was a veteran trick to break Roach's momentum.
When has the last time somebody stood in the pocket versus Gervonta Tank Davis and survived? The last person that attempted to do it was Leo Santa Cruz, and that man's head is still rolling somewhere around the arena. And I say that respectfully with no remorse. That's why what Lamont Roach did last Saturday night was so absolutely amazing. Lamont Roach, in the pre-fight press conference, that was one of the few fighters that was not terrified of Gervonta Tank Davis. That's right. And the man flat out put on a show.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
He proved Two-Tone the Superstar wrong. He proved everybody wrong, and that man went ahead and cooked, and he gets robbed by the New York State Athletic Commission. And these people acknowledge that the knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took was a knockdown. They acknowledge this. They say, yes, it was a knockdown, but now they are saying, well, we don't know how the rest of the fight would have went on. Maybe Tank might have turned up. When the last time you seen Tank turn up? Gervonta Tank Davis might be a front runner. I say that respectfully. And to go ahead and keep it real with y'all, I think that knee that Tank took was because Lamont Roach was in a rhythm and Gervonta Davis tried to throw this man off a rhythm. Do I believe the Murray's sport waves, the soul glow was in his eye? Absolutely not. I believe that man Tank got nerve-eye and said, hold on, this man Lamont Roach is cooking. I need to take me a quick timeout and a quick break. It's nasty. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's bad enough how hard and difficult it is to beat this man. Most fighters is weight trained. Most fighters has clauses on them. So when somebody who's coming up is able to compete with Gervonta Tank Davis, you handicap the man with trash rulings.
However, boxing fan Leonardus Maximus IV didn't hold back when discussing the controversial moment in Gervonta Davis's fight against Roach. He pointed out that Davis took a clean jab, with most of the impact landing on his left eye, the same eye his corner had attended between rounds. Many believe that moment should have been ruled a knockdown in favor of Roach, adding fuel to the post-fight controversy. As he tweeted, "This isn't a good look for Devin Davis. He took a clean jab, with the brunt of the impact landing on his left eye, the same one his corner had to tend to. This should have been ruled a clear knockdown for Lamont Roach."
It wasn't a braid. It wasn't oil in his eye. Tank got peppered. Jab, jab, cross. Listen to Lamont Roach talk about when he knocked Tank down in the 9th and the 10-8 wasn't called. Even Wild, Lamont Roach is yelling at the ref.
Knockdown that wasn't in round number 9. Gervonta Davis takes a knee, landed a right hand, then 2 jabs afterward. What were you thinking when this happened?
Man, I was surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I thought it was a 10-8. Like that's what really was going on. Like, but I was confused when he looked at the ref, but when he took the knee, I was like, and I grasped the concept that he was on the ground. I was like, that's a 10-8. Simple.
You asked him, right? Why you stopped?
Yeah, I asked him literally. I said, why you stop counting?
Now, to Lamont's point, you will see it and you will hear it. Him ask the referee to keep counting. Here it is.
Nobody knows what's going on.
ESPN analysts were also vocal in their criticism of Davis's performance and the circumstances surrounding the 9th round incident. They questioned the legitimacy of Davis's explanation and expressed concern about his preparedness and focus. Smith remarked, "In boxing, distractions can be costly. Champions must ensure they're fully prepared both mentally and physically." Kellerman added, "The incident raises questions about Davis's training regimen and attention to detail."
Yo, what's poppin'? It's Rock Solid, the beast of rap. Big baby! Yo, man, I got some good ass videos and takes on this Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis fight. If you have not seen it, you need to go look at it now. Go look from the first one to the last one, alright? Don't go from the top to the bottom. Go and look for the video I did immediately after the fight and then watch after, bro. Talking about everything. But Stephen A. Smith chimed in on the Gervonta Davis or Lamont Roach fight. I want y'all to know what Stephen A. Smith said. "I was stunned." Lamont Roach posted this on his Instagram profile. He said, "I gotta stand down and give mad respect to Lamont Roach. Brother fought one hell of a fight. This was a damn close fight. Gervonta taking a knee should have been a knockdown. Either way, Roach has skills, fought his ass off, deserves nothing but respect. He earned the boxing world's attention tonight. He has mine. Thought he'd be too small. I was wrong. Roach is special."
Davis clarified that the incident stemmed from a hair treatment he had undergone 2 days prior to the fight. He explained that the grease from the treatment mixed with his sweat during the match, causing a burning sensation in his eyes. Addressing the audience's reaction during the post-fight interview, Davis expressed frustration over the boos, emphasizing that his actions were a genuine response to the unexpected irritation and not an attempt to manipulate the fight's dynamic.
Do you want that rematch next? And if so, how likely it is that we're to see that fight happen again this year?
I'm not sure, bro. I'm definitely not sure, but hopefully we could get it before. Nah, it probably won't be this year.
Is that the one you want next?
It's definitely the one I want next, but it's not gonna be next.
Well, what is?
You might see it in a minute. You definitely might see it in a minute.
In the aftermath, Roach's team appealed to the New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, to overturn the draw, citing the referee's oversight. Despite acknowledging the mistake, the NYSAC upheld the original decision, leaving Roach dissatisfied, but more determined than ever to secure a definitive victory in a rematch.
It ain't no timeouts in boxing. Why are you taking? You know that. You should know that. So that's the thing where I'm like confused because that's supposed to be a knockdown. That's a 10-8 round. If that's a 10-8 round, I win the fight. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that draw turned into a 115-114 my way.
Going in, okay, it's round 10, right? You see that you down on the scorecard.
For Roach, the rematch represents an opportunity to solidify his standing in the boxing world. After the initial fight, he expressed his belief that he deserved a spot in the pound-for-pound rankings given his performance against a formidable opponent like Davis. Roach's confidence has been evident on social media, where he has engaged with critics and supporters alike, even proposing substantial bets on the outcome of the rematch.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we taking?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
Roach stepped into the ring as the underdog, but walked out proving every doubter wrong. From the opening bell, Roach showcased his skill, resilience, and sheer determination against the heavily favored Gervonta Davis. He landed crisp combinations, controlled the pace at times, and even had Davis in trouble. Many believed he did enough to win, and the fight's majority draw only fueled the debate. Roach didn't just compete. He put on a show, silencing critics and solidifying his place among boxing's elite, demanding respect and a well-deserved rematch.
When has the last time somebody stood in the pocket versus Gervonta Tank Davis and survived? The last person that attempted to do it was Leo Santa Cruz, and that man's head is still rolling somewhere around the arena. And I say that respectfully with no remorse. That's why what Lamont Roach did last Saturday night was so absolutely amazing. Lamont Roach, in the pre-fight press conference, that was one of the few fighters that was not terrified of Gervonta Tank Davis. That's right. And the man flat out put on a show.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
He proved Two-Tone the Superstar wrong. He proved everybody wrong, and that man went ahead and cooked, and he gets robbed by the New York State Athletic Commission. And these people acknowledge that the knee that Gervonta Tank Davis took was a knockdown. They acknowledge this. They say, yes, it was a knockdown, but now they are saying, well, we don't know how the rest of the fight would have went on. Maybe Tank might have turned up. When the last time you seen Tank turn up? Gervonta Tank Davis might be a front runner. I say that respectfully. And to go ahead and keep it real with y'all, I think that knee that Tank took was because Lamont Roach was in a rhythm and Gervonta Davis tried to throw this man off a rhythm. Do I believe the Murray's sport waves, the soul glow was in his eye? Absolutely not. I believe that man Tank got nerve-eye and said, hold on, this man Lamont Roach is cooking. I need to take me a quick timeout and a quick break. It's nasty. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's bad enough how hard and difficult it is to beat this man. Most fighters is weight trained. Most fighters has clauses on them. So when somebody who's coming up is able to compete with Gervonta Tank Davis, you handicap the man with trash rulings.
Sports analyst Stephen A. Smith expressed concerns about Roach's size disadvantage against Davis. Smith stated, "I think Roach is too small. That's my issue. I'm not questioning his skill set or anything like that." This perspective was shared by other boxing experts, including former interim WBC lightweight champion Ryan Garcia, who commented, "I don't think Roach has the firepower to hold off Tank. I think he's got great skills, but he really has no chance."
Give you my picks on 3 fights taking place Saturday night at the Barclays Center in New York City between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach, Gary Russell versus Jose Valenzuela, and Sandor Martin versus Alberto Puello. Gervonta Davis uses knocks somebody out inside of 85 punches because he's clearly capable of that. But I just see this as being a kind of fight where he's going to have to run him down. He's going to have to walk him down, rather, and he's going to have to throw some punches before he ultimately catches him. And that's how I view it. So I'm going to go with more on this particular one. Next up.
As for Davis, the rematch offers a chance to reaffirm his dominance in the lightweight division. Known for his knockout power and previously unblemished record, the draw against Roach was a rare blemish that he is undoubtedly eager to erase. Reports suggest that Davis is approaching the rematch with heightened intensity, possibly setting aside previous talks of retirement to focus entirely on this pivotal fight.
I feel like Tank overall, like the bigger picture, he just wasn't focused for real. He, doing a lot of arguing in the ring and just a lot of stuff that wasn't like, he wasn't just focused. He wasn't all the way locked in the ring. You heard him say something like, it's a lot of things going on outside the ring that he was leading up to the fight, and shit, that's natural, you know what I'm saying? It's normal. Shit, I was going through the same thing with this last fight, you know, so I just feel like he just wasn't focused.
Coach Barry Hunter admitted that Gervonta Davis abandoned his jab at times during the fight, which allowed Lamont Roach to stay competitive. The jab is a key weapon in controlling distance and setting up power shots, and by not using it consistently, Davis made the fight closer than it should have been. Additionally, toward the later rounds, Davis was confused about the number of rounds remaining.
Outcome of the fight, and if you thought that them knowing each other and growing up together contributed to the performance.
Yes and no. I thought that Tank was boxing early on. I thought we abandoned our jab somewhat in the fight a little bit. But down the stretch, I thought maybe, I believe, 2 or 3 rounds, I can't remember, Calvin, was one of the rounds that...
We needed 3 rounds, and he just went down, he just, like you said, we looked at 3 rounds. Brian was calling out, yo, I need 3. We got 1. I need 2.
Boxing analyst Timothy Bradley recently shared his thoughts on Gervonta Davis's demeanor ahead of his rematch with Lamont Roach Jr., emphasizing that Davis's confidence, regardless of how people perceive him, signals a dangerous mindset for his opponent. Reacting to Davis's relaxed attitude, Bradley suggested that Davis has reached a point where outside opinions don't faze him, which would translate into an even more dominant performance in the ring. As he tweeted, "Whether he looks zesty or not, he knows who he is. There's a superpower to that, and he's going to take that out on Lamont Roach. I feel sorry for Roach." Bradley implies that Davis's self-assurance could fuel an even more aggressive and focused performance, making him an even bigger threat in the rematch.
Right? The first one we saw was he stood alone. He stood alone on the platform. He did the whole conference by himself, right? Press tour by himself, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? I respect a man that can stand on his own 2 feet, for real. But this one right here, having that picture leak, him looking real zesty, and not giving a fuck. Whoo! Trying to tell y'all, my man is on a new level. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that song? We on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. Yes, my dude is on a new level, man, because he know who he is. There's a power in knowing who you is. Most people don't know who the hell they are, right? They don't know who the hell they are. They think they know, but they really don't know who they are. It takes you a while to figure out. We're constantly evolving as a human, right? Constantly evolving, right? But now you know. Tank know now. So that's why he don't give a damn. Having that power, that superpower, not giving a damn. And see, that's the reason why I can come to you guys, come to YouTube. I can, sit in front of you. I can hear the boos. I can hear the, you didn't beat Pacquiao. I can hear the big head, the milk dud, the coon, all the names that everybody always call me. That's why I can sit here and just still be myself. and do what I do, because I just don't give up about what anybody thinks. And Tank has gotten that superpower too now, baby. He just don't give up. Tank gonna be Tank. Tank gonna do what Tank gonna do. That's just it. Whether he looking zesty or not, he know who he is. There's a superpower to that. And guess who he gonna take that out on? He gonna take that out on Lamont Roach, man. I feel sorry for Roach. Roach is a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. He is. But, man, I'm telling you, this Tank right here is different. It's a different dude. All right? Did y'all see the weight, too? Did y'all see the weight? The dude can fight tomorrow. The dude can fight today. The dude can fight whenever. It's a few weeks away, a few months away from the fight. Woo. I'm telling y'all, locked in.
Lamont Roach Sr. is adamant that his son, Lamont Roach Jr., deserved to win a fight against Gervonta Davis. He believes that his son outperformed Davis and should have been awarded the victory by the judges. When he says, "We should have had our hand raised," he is emphasizing his conviction that the decision was unjust and that the fight was, in his view, taken away from his son. Roach Sr. emphasizes that the fight between his son and Davis was not just about power and aggression, but a highly tactical contest. He describes it as a high IQ boxing match, meaning both fighters demonstrated advanced skills in reading each other's movements, setting traps, and avoiding mistakes rather than recklessly exchanging punches.
We should have got a decision, but this boxing, we didn't. It was a great fight, like I expected. But I knew my son was game. Training camp, he was so focused and locked in. I knew that we was gonna put on a great performance, and it was kind of like stolen away from him a little bit with the decision. But the world got to see how good he is, so that's the blessing to come out of this. So he really stamped himself in the boxing world.
In the early rounds, both boxers were cautious, studying each other's strategies instead of immediately engaging in heavy exchanges. Roach Sr. points out that there were subtle maneuvers and technical adjustments happening that only experienced boxing analysts or fighters might fully appreciate. This phase of the fight was more about outsmarting the opponent rather than overwhelming them with brute force.
Self in the boxing world, more so with this performance. So like I say, that's why it's bittersweet.
Is it a difficult one to take because of the controversy certainly surrounding the Tank taking the knee moment and then, like I say, not getting it on the scorecards?
Yeah, I thought we won without it, to be honest with you. I thought we didn't need that. We shouldn't have needed that either to get to the decision. I can't see him winning 7 rounds that fight.
Do you think Gervonta Davis will dominate the rematch, or will Lamont Roach prove the doubters wrong again? Was the controversial knee just a tactical move or a genuine issue? Drop your thoughts in the comments.